So I see these gaining a lot of attention. People are thinking that now we have a sun up in the sky, a fake one, simulating the sun, and that's just not the case. Actually, is what that is they are simulating the power of the sun.
The countries in Asia have been building an artificial sun. It's been all over newspapers and things. This is what it looks like. Not saying it's the same thing, I'm not saying it's not, but you know, something to think about.
So these solar simulators, they're actually down on the ground. We have one, China has one, and I believe Australia is working on one. These have been around since like 1966 is when they first started putting the patents out on these. They are not a fake sun that's up in the sky simulating the sun. They are actually down on the ground simulating the power of the sun, which is two completely different things. So they are using these big parabolic dishes, and they use concentrating mirrors that absorb sunlight. Sunlight that's absorbed turns into energy, and that energy is transferred into a heat transfer fluid. The transfer fluid is used directly as a power cycle, like a steam or a gas, or it's circulated into a secondary system. So a lot of these that they're actually using, they're just tests. They want to see what kind of power they can harness out of the sun because it's free, doesn't create any emissions. Now I know this idea is not as cool as just thinking that they can just put this in the sky and all of a sudden we have a fake sun that they have to go up there and clean and change light bulbs out in, and all the above. I've heard a lot of wild theories that went that direction. But that's just simply not the case. Now China has one as well, and the goal of it is not to supply any light or heat, just enormous amounts of clean energy. So, and they hope that they can power like cities and things like that. It gets its name artificial sun because the process of energy generation known as nuclear fission replicates the sun's physics. Again, it's not flying around in space, it's down on the ground. This is what people are showing and cropping out, putting online, and they're acting like this is put up into the sky as a fake sun. But in all reality, all the paperwork's out there. They're not trying to hide anything. And if you actually wanted to know how these work, you can just go look them up and read all about them. There's plenty of good information out there that explain exactly how these work. Information gets a little distorted when creators crop photos and put them online and leave out the rest of the story and add their own single opinion on the matter. That's where people start to believe that we have fake suns flying around in the sky.